In this video, I'm talking about lip filler, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Why lip filler looks so wrong on some people, why some people just insist on getting the lips bigger and bigger, what are the causes, why are doctors doing it? It's all in this video. I'm Dr. Paul, and today I'm going to talk about lip fillers. But here's all the reasons why duck face, despite all this time, is still a thing. Pop star Pete Burns, Page 3 model Jordan, TV actress Leslie Ash, and lots of others were the first victims of ridiculously oversized lips. Before reality TV, this was gossip entertainment at its absolute best. Page 3 models made careers on having the most oversized breasts, so having the most oversized lips, not a big deal. In 1996, a Swedish company by the name of Restylane began producing an injectable lip filler which for the first time contained no animal parts. Yeah, you heard me right. Up until that point, doctors had been happily injecting 99% collagen taken from various animals, usually from the skin of cows, but often from sheep and other animals. Restylane was a breakthrough non-animal injectable called hyaluronic acid, and it was a revolution. It didn't cause any allergies, it was factory made, and compared to collagen or fat injections, it was really, really cheap. Within a matter of years, hyaluronic acid was the gold standard for lip injections. The FDA gave it the seal of approval in 2003, and shortly afterwards, Allergan, the makers of Botox, launched their own version of the injectable, hyaluronic acid, and they called it Juvederm. Within about 3 years, there were at least 1,000 other companies offering their own versions of hyaluronic acid at cheaper and cheaper prices. Factories in China began just manufacturing and churning the stuff out by the boatload and selling it direct to customers. Beauticians, hairdressers, anyone with a credit card and an internet connection could get fillers. And you know what happens next. Unqualified injectors with minimal training, no rule book, and lots of money to be made start making it up as they go along. Understanding of anatomy is essential to prevent permanent damage to the tissues of the lip. Filler can block blood vessels and result in permanent destruction of lip tissue. If you're enjoying this content, please give a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow. Lip fillers began to trend around the same time that the Kardashians grew a cult following. No discussion of the rise of lip filler, pardon the pun, would be complete without discussing America's royal family, the Kardashians. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last 20 years, you'll know the story of Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian learned a lot about being a mega influencer from Paris Hilton, including, it seems, launching your career with a leaked sex tape. Paris Hilton's was in 2004 and Kim Kardashian's was in 2006. Kim is now worth a whopping $1.7 billion from her reality TV shows, endorsements, and her own shapewear and apparel brand, Skims. But Kim Kardashian was not the one who started the lip trend. In 2013, her little sister Kylie Jenner had her lips done. Her look changed so much, she instantly became the most talked about and soon most followed not only Kardashian family member, but woman on the whole internet. Kylie opened up to Teen Vogue recently and shared, "Yeah, I love full lips." I'm not going to do a Kylie impression. "Yeah, I love full lips and I wanted full lips. But growing up, I was always the most confident person in the room. I had my one lip insecurity thing," she said, "so I got lip filler and it was the best thing I've ever done. I don't regret it." And of course she didn't regret it. Kylie Jenner's new lips basically launched her a $1 billion career. The internet was flooded with speculation as to what else she'd had done. At the age of only 21, Kylie Jenner became what Forbes described as the youngest self-made billionaire ever. And she did it by selling $29 lip kits to women who wanted to follow her transformation.
I was just thinking about the beauty standards in the world today.
I just feel like we have huge influence in what are we doing with our power. I think I just see so many young girls on the internet now fully editing.
Yeah.
The editing and I went through that stage too, and I feel like I'm in a better place, but other people can instill insecurities in you.
She went on to sell full makeup palettes and makeup kits and is now the most followed Kardashian sister with 400 million followers. As well as starting a $1 billion company, her lip transformation also started an internet challenge. The Kylie Jenner Lip Challenge in 2015, the New York Times summarized the dangerous trend perfectly. Locate shot glass, insert lips, and suck. The smartphone, the selfie, and now the internet challenge combined in a perfect storm to make the duck lip selfie. Many more videos existed of girls crying into the camera because the lip challenge had gone wrong. The demand for lip filler exploded. Again, pardon the pun. Hundreds of millions of normal women wanted to be just like her. Trout pouts, lip shelves, duck lips were everywhere. Fast forward a few years, and the duck lip look had become so popular it was ironically no longer cool. In fact, twice in 2018 and later in 2023, Kylie Jenner announced that she had her lip filler dissolved.
I went on a journey the last year dissolving like half my lip filler. It's just been...
Kylie confessed that she had dissolved half of her lip filler, presumably hanging on to the good half. The next three factors also happen to be the main reason why I think so many women get it wrong. The smartphone, the selfie, and Instagram. The iPhone came out in 2007. Steve Jobs initially sold the device to a few million nerds and music lovers. In 2008, they launched the App Store, and developers began to make apps. 2 years later, in 2010, Instagram was born, and in the following 5 years, the iPhone went from 30 million sales per year to 231 million, with women adopting the device more than men in the same period. This new generation of celebrity could now charge tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes $50,000 or more, for promoting a product with a single photo, and could get hundreds of thousands of likes on a picture of their breakfast cereal. And soon enough, the app has become not just a place to document your life, brag about your material items, but a place to showcase your makeup, outfit, and even it's become a dating app. The iPhone popularized the smartphone popularized apps like Instagram popularized the selfie, Kylie's selfies popularized lip filler. The fundamental problem with the selfie is that it's not based in reality. The camera phone is a tiny, tiny, tiny camera held at most arm's length away. Close-up shots of your face, in your face, create huge distortions, and tiny cameras, even more so. I won't bore you about focal lengths and other nerdy camera things, but I will show you this sequence of photos, taken with larger and larger cameras further and further distances away. Do you notice how different the first picture looks to the last? The woman's lips and nose look a lot bigger in the first and much more normal in the last picture. With a photo taken from a few meters away, 1 or 2 centimeters, the distance between your nose and the rest of your face, is a tiny part of that distance, so there's no distortion. But when you take a selfie from only 20 or worse 10 centimeters away, suddenly your lips are 10 or 20% closer to the camera than the rest of your face. So they look much, much bigger. Before long, young women start to believe the distorted picture is reality. The expectation from spending too much time admiring their own and others' distorted lip pictures on social media doesn't match the reality in the mirror. So women start to think they need bigger lips. So we have a new, easily accessible lip filler product. We have a mega influencer becoming the most followed woman in the world after her lip filler. We have social media, we have the smartphone, and the selfie, all combining to form daily reminders of a new, distorted beauty standard. And voila, we have number 6. Millions of women with a distorted self-image, thanks to 3, 4, and 5. Number 7. The lie. So, women come to see doctors, nurses, beauticians, hairdressers, and anyone who will sell them dermal filler. As these are mostly young women, like Kylie Jenner, with limited budgets, they want the cheapest injector. So that means the unregulated beauticians and hairdressers making up their own rules and techniques. Repeat business is vital for any business. The more frequently customers return for treatments, the more money businesses can make. That includes companies manufacturing, selling, and injecting dermal fillers, all the way down to doctors, nurses, and unqualified injectors. Patients with distorted perceptions of their lips come to get their already oversized lips done, and unfortunately, often don't get the advice or treatment that they need. 9 times out of 10, injectors will give them what they want, take the money, and do the patient's lips again, even when they look ridiculous. And this is the lie. Lip fillers last a lot longer than you've been told. Recently, a YouTube video proved this. It went viral on TikTok and other social media. The video shows the MRI scan results of a 33-year-old patient who apparently had 12 mils, just under a tablespoon, of dermal filler injected into her face over a 6-year period. The MRI scan shows that there is now 28 mils of volume in the areas that were injected. The filler somehow grew. Not only did the filler stay for many years longer than generally promised, but the filler more than doubled in size over the 6-year period. Pillow face was not just a consequence of crazy celebrities overspending their money on filler. The product itself does not need to be re-injected in the quantities or frequencies commonly recommended. And because this was not a very profitable truth, it didn't get spoken and people ended up looking weird. Unfortunately, the aesthetic sector is not regulated whatsoever in most of the world, and the bad results speak for themselves. 9. In the world of selfies, you need to get your angles right. The same person can achieve significantly better looking pictures with good angles, good lighting, makeup, and filters, editing their pictures. The photo touch-up app industry alone is worth $1 billion and growing at a huge rate. That's a lot of people touching up their selfies. So what? You might ask. Well, if you can look twice as good from your best angle, I'm not sure what mine is, but at the same time your lips would look weird from most every other angle, what would you choose? Turns out many young women choose to look unnatural from all these other angles. With so much of people's lives being digital, a good selfie can influence their life in so many ways. From the LinkedIn profile, where they can find work, to the dating profile, where they can find love, to the Facebook social circle, where they interact with friends and get invited to events. It's no wonder women choose to put their best foot forward. Many, many more people see our picture online than seeing us in person these days. So imagine a young woman has overdone lips that look good from her one angle. She routinely gets hundreds of likes in her pictures on social media. She gets way more Tinder matches than before she had her lips done, and always gets called for interviews when she applies for jobs on LinkedIn, sometimes ahead of more qualified candidates. One day, her friend points out that her lips look a bit unnatural from the side. How do you think this young woman is going to react? A, she's going to say, "Yeah, you're right. My lips do look unnatural. The thousands of people on Instagram, Tinder, LinkedIn, and my injector, an expert in beauty, is wrong." Or, "No, you're wrong. My lips look great. Everyone on Tinder, LinkedIn, Instagram, and especially my injector agrees. You, my friend, are just jealous. Haters gonna hate." And so we come to the final reason for duck lips: the lack of regulation. There are no regulations in dermal filler. Even in overregulated Europe, your hairdresser, vet, car mechanic, whoever can inject your lips if she decides to set up in business. I mentioned briefly that injecting without knowledge of the anatomy can result in loss of the tissue permanently. It's a potentially disfiguring and dangerous treatment in the wrong hands, including the extremely rare but equally devastating potential blindness. Over 100 cases have been reported worldwide, mostly in Asia. The solution. Now, I've worked in this industry for 15 years and have done thousands of lip filler treatments. So what do I recommend? Have I stopped injecting dermal filler? Have I changed how much I recommend? Have I stopped doing lips? Are my patients all pillow-faced and unnatural and weird? I haven't changed what I do. So here are my secrets. Number 1, take pictures. I take pictures of everyone's face before any dermal filler. I don't trust myself to remember what someone looked like in a year or 10 years' time, so I constantly use these pictures as a reference to avoid ever making anyone unnatural. I also make sure that I take side profile pictures so I can see what people look like from different angles, not just that one angle. I take pictures from multiple angles and also with the face moving, smiling, and doing all the things that your face needs to do. It's all well and good looking natural while your face is resting, but lips are usually talking, smiling, or making some face or other. Refusing and dissolving. I frequently refuse to do lip filler. If I think there's too much volume in an area due to overcorrection or swelling compared to the previous pictures, I'll recommend dissolving. And I'm never afraid to say that. I let them know that filler lasts years in some areas, and the only way to know what is needed and keep ourselves honest is to take pictures and closely re-examine those pictures each time to make sure we're staying natural. Design and planning. I design lips for 15 minutes usually. I use many different techniques and I don't just stick to a one-size-fits-all strategy. I don't rely on the same techniques over and over again, and I repeatedly go to training and learn what my colleagues around the world have discovered in terms of making the lips look their best. If your friends have told you that your lips look overdone, then maybe they are overdone. Maybe you have a distorted perception of what natural lips should look like. Maybe you're holding your camera phone a little bit too close to your face. Maybe your injector hasn't been completely honest with you. Maybe you're using the wrong fillers. Maybe you're using fillers too frequently. Maybe you're using cheap fillers. Maybe you look great from one angle, but look weird from every other angle. Let me know about your lip journey and what you've experienced. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.